friends, welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. Today is another wonderful Sunday morning, of course, and promises to be a great one. And we have a lot of games going on across the globe, and we selected a few of them and looked into them, in depth with our in-depth analysis, and also brought it forward for you. All right, and also remember that today is Sunday, and it is a day that we'll have our Sunday Millionaires game, which will be at the end of this very video. We'll be posting the ticket, and I always advocate that we'll try that once in a week. Who knows? Why not? You never know what you can get from it. You could be winning $1 million playing our game in Betkraft. So, all right. That being said, in a short while, we'll be looking at these matches, one after the other. But I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there, so that you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will be covering up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, let's get to the business of the day. And today we're starting with the very first match, which is in Norway First Division, where we'll have Coach Son who will be up against Vikings. All right, and as usual, we'll take a look at how these two teams have fared in recent games, and also look at their performances from home away perspective. And when you look at the home side, Coach Son, they've been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 encounters. And the away side, on the other hand, Vikings FK have managed to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 encounters, and they've had just 1 draw. It goes to show that they're doing very well. They find momentum at the moment. And when you take a look at how they fared from the home and away perspective, you can see that home side, Coach Son, have been able to achieve 2 victories in the past 10 home games, and they've had 1 draw as well as 7 losses. As a matter of fact, the last 2 home games they played out saw them losing out those 2, on those occasions. And when you look at the Vikings, on the other hand, Vikings have been able to achieve 7 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss in the past 10 away games. That goes to show that they've been able to achieve 70% victory in the past 10 away games that they had. So it goes to show that they're a very good team, and they're doing very well at the moment, and they're having the right momentum. And the last time both teams met saw Vikings also defeating this side. That was in March this year by 2-0. And prior to that, we also saw Vikings from away defeating this side last year. And also, even prior to that previous one, they also defeated this side by 2-0. It has been, a trend in the past 3 meetings for both sides. Vikings have always been seeing victory, winning by 2-0 on each occasion. So we do expect that the Vikings, their away side, seeing the trend in the past 3 head-to-head meetings that they have been winning, we expect our away side, Vikings, to rise to the occasion and win out throughout in this very game. It is our away side to win, not really actually to win or draw, and under 4.5. That's what I predict for this very game. Away winning or draw, and under 4.5. That's our value for that very encounter. And that will take us to the next prediction for the day. And the next match for the day is also in Norway, but Norway second division, where we have Vålerenga 2 who will be up against the Grorud. All right, Vålerenga 2 in the past 6 encounters have lost the entire game that they played out so far in the past 6 games, and their away side, on the other hand, Grorud, have managed 3 victories. They've also had 2 draws. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they have so far. So looking at their performances from head-to-head perspective, you can see that the home side, Vålerenga, have been able to achieve just 3 victories in the past 10 home games, and they have lost 7 out of those 10 home games. As a matter of fact, the last 7 home games that they played out have seen them losing out on all 7. And away side, on the other hand, Grorud have been able to achieve 4 victories from away. They've also had 1 loss, and they have had 4 draws. All right, they've had 4 victories from away, 1 loss, and also 4 draws. Okay. That being said, when you put all that together, you see that Grorud is actually much more fancied to rise to the occasion in this very encounter. And in this very game, we expect to see away side either to win or draw plus under 4.5. That's our value for that very game. Away win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect. And that takes us to the next game for the day, and it is in Iceland First Division, where we have Stjarnan coming up against Fylkir. All right, the home side Stjarnan have been able to achieve just one victory in the past 6 games, and they've had 3 losses as well as 2 draws. And we side on the other hand, Fylkir have achieved 2 victories in the recent 6, and they've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they encountered. And when you look at how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you can also see that the home side have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. And the away side, Fylkir have won just 1 match in the past 10 away games, but they've also had 1 draw as well. So they've been able to win 1 and they've drawn 1, but they've lost 8 games in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. That goes to show that they're losing a lot of matches, especially when they're playing from away. So we do expect the home side, Stjarnan, to rise to the occasion. Also, the last 2 times both teams met saw Stjarnan winning both way away, and we saw Stjarnan defeating the side from away by 4 goals to 0, followed by a 1-goal victory from away. So we do expect Stjarnan, who is playing from home this time around, to win our trophy in this very encounter. It is the home side to win. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that will take us to the very next game for the day, and it is in Egyptian Premier League, where we have Dakhleya, who will be up against Zamalek. All right, Dakhleya have been able to achieve 1 victory in the past 6 games that they had so far, and they've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had. And their away side, Zamalek FC, have managed to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games, but they've also had 2 draws in the past 6 encounters. And when you take a look at the performances from home and away perspective, that's what we'll see that the home side, Dakhleya, have been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 5 losses in the past 10 home games. And away side, on the other hand, Zamalek FC have been able to achieve 6 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses coming from their last 10 away games that they played out so far. They've had a 60% victory in the past 10 away games. It goes to show that they are in the right momentum and they're doing very well, and we do expect a lot from them in this very encounter. And the last time both teams met saw Zamalek defeating this side. That was February this year by 1 goal to 0, and prior to that there are 2 other meetings. They played out 2 draws on those occasions. So in this game, seeing that they're playing from away, we do expect the Zamalek not to lose. We expect them to either win or draw in this very encounter, and under 4.5 goals. All right, away side winning or draw plus under 4.5 goals. That's our verdict for that very game, and that will take us to the next game, and it is also in Egypt's Premier League, where we have our Masry, who will be up against Arab Contractors. All right, Masry have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 loss in the process, and on away side, Arab Contractors have been able to manage just 1 victory in the past 6 games, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games that they had so far. All right, and we take it down to how both sides have fared from home and away perspective. You can see that our Masry have been able to achieve 5 victories playing from home, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses, coming from their home matches, and as well as 4 losses as well coming from their home matches. They've been able to achieve 5 victories, 1 draw and 4 losses coming from their past 10 home games that they have so far. And away side, Arab Contractors have managed 2 victories from away. They've also had 2 draws from away, and as well as 6 losses playing from away. It goes to show that they've won a lesser number of games playing from away. 20% of their away games resulted in victory for the away side. So we do expect the home side, who is fairly doing very well from home, saying that last time both teams met saw our Masry defeating this side from away by 1 goal to 0, and prior to that we also saw our Masry playing from home, winning also by 1 goal to 0. So we do expect that the home side, Al Masry, to either win or draw in this very encounter plus under 3.5 goals, and home win or draw under 3.5. That's our verdict for this very game. All right, and that takes us to the very next game for you today, and it is the last game for the day. It's actually in Switzerland, where we have Switzerland's Challenge League. That's the 2nd division in Switzerland, where we have Vaduz FC, who will be up against Stade Nyonnais. All right, when you look at the home side, Vaduz, they've been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 6, and they've also had 3 losses. And the away side, Stade Nyonnais, have been able to manage just 1 win. They've also lost 5 games out of the past 6 games that they had so far. So when you take a look at how both sides are fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the home side, Vaduz FC, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home encounters, and it goes to show that they've been able to win 70% of their home games. They're doing very fine at the moment, my opinion. And when you look at away side, Stade Nyonnais have been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw as well as they've also had 2 draws as well as 5 losses playing from away. As a matter of fact, the last 4 away games that they played out so far saw them losing out on all 4. So we do expect a lot from the home side, who has been winning, who is having a better run, in my own opinion. And the last 2 times both teams met saw Vaduz defeating this side from away by 2-0. And in this very encounter, we do expect the home side to rise to the occasion once again and achieve a victory in this one. It is home win. That's what we expect for this very game. Home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. And also remember, today is Sunday, and we have our Sunday Millionaires game, which will be right here on display. For those of you who are using BetKing, you love the booking code for Sunday Millionaires game is up there. You can look at it and also try to make a date and see how you can try it out and see what happens. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions definitely. And but until then, keep winning.